Peace be upon you. Two of swords, sorry. The stranger, page of wands. Knight of wands, departure. And traveling. There's an energy rather moving towards you. You may not be having currently any connection or contact with this person. And there may be an ongoing feud or clash, or it can be a legal battle or disagreement, etc. Standoff. It's a standoff energy. If you feel this, that sensation of you needing to defend yourself, you're actually right. From this energy. Wands. Someone is traveling towards you. They're going back or returning towards something or someone. They're reaching, and because we have the man, voyage. They want something from you. They feel they're in the right. Come very fast with a lot of energy, unexpectedly. Yeah, the visitor, the traveler, etc. That's not going to stick around. They come in order to address an argument, but forcefully. They're not informing you on their intentions. It's someone from a distance. Four of Pentacles. They're dissatisfied. Okay. This is certain loss or certain evil or displeasure or unpleasant surprise. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, usury and corruption. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Someone wants something from you. And they're trying to take it by force, either by intimidation or propose, or sometimes it can be also sexual chemistry and so on. And when that fails, they'll use violence. Why? Okay. Oh my goodness, this is such a terrible chapter. I don't want to do this. I'm not even supposed to do this. I am actually offline as much as possible, as I said. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You have to protect yourself. I'm sorry. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone aggressive, weak. Does what they want regardless of what anyone else wants or needs or etc. This is someone who may have already seen you just in that, from that perspective, or they may have perception of you as if they win over you in some manner, whether through, again, manipulation, deceit, etc. This is not a friend. This is someone who's seeking to, if they cannot obtain anything from you, because apparently you don't have it, Four of Pentacles. If you said no to someone because of this clash here, initial conflict, they're trying to harm you financially or practical wise. This can also mean coming in your home to either steal or convince you somehow or intimidate you into giving them something. And so it's terrible energy. Another energy here. The Five of Cups in reverse. Success. Three of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who may try and romance you. Or has already done so. You may have abruptly decided not to engage, but they still want it. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. traveler. The world in that, traveling the world in that card. Okay. The widow energy. Yeah, someone wants to be with you against your will. You cut them out. This is the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's you again. You called me in here. This is a warning for you. You know who you are. If you've been dealing with a younger one at a distance, because she's also more mature. They either have some way of reaching you or... So reunion, Three of Cups. Because you opened up with someone that you shouldn't have. But yeah, you did kind of know, because hence Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. And that's your reading. You may have already given money to this person. Which is good, because usually you already know what you're up against, right? Whom you're dealing with. Or gifts or something. Or they may think you have it. Or that you're foolish enough to fall. If you're enamored enough. If you're charmed enough. Sickness. This is a sick person. Probably struggling with mental health. Overall life challenges. This is usually someone who has all the energy and opportunities. If they would choose to find, a job. And be an honest person. But no, they always find, they have to find a different way to go about things. Okay, Six of Wands in reverse is telling you careful. It literally says attente. Attente means warning. It can also mean, of course, alertness, focus, discernment, presence, and a need to defend yourself from someone who is... This can also be if it's someone that may be in a culture, but regardless, they may try and use magic or other tools and so on to have people enamored. And okay, it just strikes me now that we had one of those videos speaking of in regards to rat lovers, right? At a distance, that make other women enamored only to obtain something from them and so on. So this is literally beware of this very deceitful person. I think you feel it in your bones. I felt it in my bones. You feel it. This can be a very dangerous person. You see here why? Do you see what they have on the table over there? That's how they see people as well, like little pawns, vests and hosts, but for their own, they will utilize them, and they have the skills to do so and the knowledge, however they please, like pawns. So, Six of Wands in reverse, this is someone who doesn't take no for an answer. They don't like to lose. And this is you in reverse. It literally says La Questionante, the inquirer. It's you. I don't think you would have taken a bite out of this, because again, at one point you went into that Queen of Swords energy. You did well. But I'm afraid you did create an enemy for yourself. So now you gotta think. You gotta think. And this is not about inquiring on whether this person is capable. Absolutely, they're capable of anything. This can be an attack, by the way, an offensive of some sort, usually. Again, this is a rat love that can be fatal. Whatever contact you have with this person, I don't see any card of communication here. It seems you don't. You've cut and you're not open. Praise be the Most High. And you are ready to defend yourself. So soon the situation will come to an end. But you will have to be as strong as possible, no matter what this person does, to try and approach you, enamor you, convince you, explain away, etc. Say no. You gotta refuse a cup. Especially if you're extremely physically attracted. You gotta refuse it. It's male phallus, but it's also what? Do you see what the magician holds there? The wand. So you gotta say no. You gotta say no. This is desire fulfilled, sexual force, seed and potential, passion and fires and so on, creativity. Sister, there's someone else for you. It's still not revealed until this is completely done with. You have to decide within your heart. Cut, block, delete, remove anything. And do not respond to this person anymore. It's King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your official counterpart. This is the ultimate test, okay? I need you to cut all communication from this person, all attempts, all. This is beyond dangerous. A dangerous person is you can easily foresee or anticipate. But this person, we just had a short that I felt called to post, because apparently I'm confronted with this kind of subject right now, and the energies are exactly that. So, as you know, as part of a spiritual family, we may actually sometimes be faced with the same kind of trials. In your case, though, it seems as if you've been very quick to cut someone out, and they absolutely loathe and hate it. You're dealing with a master manipulator. Someone that's what their nature is, to deceive. It's all a game for them. Well, not for you, right? So, don't play their games. Pardon. Don't play their games, and know that there is a counterpart for you. Understand the discernment in between a good for nothing, absolute, useless, parasitical, predatory energy, and someone who is self-made. Sorry, it's a Wands, I said of Pentacles. Aries, Leo, Sag. So it means that this is someone who is already well established, if I saw Pentacles, but it's probably because it's also the official counterpart. So this is self-employed energy, freelancer, a master at its craft, well known and respected in the community. He must be over 40s. Yeah. 35 to 45. Maximum 50. What I see in this case specifically. Or he may just appear as wiser or having a beard, as the image portrays here. Usually I see something different in every court card, but in this case he literally looks almost like the card. Not necessarily the hair, the long hair and etc. Well, definitely not the rope. This is someone who has been initiated. So he has a higher status socially. Your life is about to change dramatically because you're going to enter a new world. A whole different category of people. You're done with the predators and parasites and the broken and someone who knows what they're doing. He's also an energy of defender, but also ruler. Again, Aries, Leo, Sag. He may be someone in a position of authority, either politician, professional, such as a doctor. Because he has a wand as well. I can see why. Yeah, protection from a powerful friend. This is the energy. Possible counterpart. You have protection from a very powerful, influential person. For whomever this message is, you know who you are. Again, the advice is cut all and any connection. with weirdos you've met online. They seem to be professional psychos. If it was harmless, but again, this person doesn't seem to like to take no for an answer, and you're part of some plan of theirs, whether you like it or not. I don't think you realize how truly dangerous this person is. To some extent, yeah, something had you, you know, get angry and cut them out, weirded out or something. Something was off. But I believe it was a rational decision to do so. Whereas now you're called to do it in full knowing and understanding without actually needing further information. So if you're wondering if you can ask them questions and put them to the test in some form, please don't do that, because that can be dangerous as well. No, cut them out. You cannot lose what is not yours, what it's not for you, okay? Don't fear you're missing out. You're not. There's someone else for you. Again, you need to stay centered and act from within. An important choice. We started with the Two of Swords. We're closing out with this energy. And Tower. Bring it down. Cut these energies out. Anyone whom you know is vile, etc. That's why you're still single, you see. You were failing to recognize predators. Take good care of yourselves. Danger. Your failure to recognize danger. Danger, sisters. Recognize it. I know you're saying, but this is terrible. This is fearsome, and this is reality. And evil now more than ever, it's going to come to the surface, it's going to be even more and more apparent. So we shouldn't have so much of a hard time to recognize a flocking, dangerous, inhumane, vile creature. But yet we do. Harmony, 7. And dance in reverse. You're right, you're supposed to be with someone. But that someone is supposed to also feel like there's nothing weird about them, for the very least. Weird can also mean that you're charmed, or the initial impact once you connect with them is overly emotional, or they're using something. They're masters of what they do. If your reaction is over the top and so on, right? If it's infatuation, if you all of a sudden have lust for a person that you've never known, right? And you're starting to kind of discard your mind and your intellect, you put it on the side all of a sudden, then you're in trouble. It shouldn't be that complicated to try and individuate and find out what they could want if they're telling the truth of the whole New Age phenomena, specifically tarot and narcissism, and even pursuit for knowledge may have been triggered by that. And we understand the purpose, because you were left with a lot of unanswered questions, and you're convinced that it was the pain of an impossible love or failed relationship, or no, there's something deeper. It's a spiritual battle. Because why would someone go their entire life, go on and on and on, in failing to recognize and heed their own inner warnings about predators? Almost even worse, almost being the ones to chase them, literally. When was the last time you saw a deer chasing a wolf? They enjoy the hunt, but you're the one to pay the consequences, right? So, time to snap out of it. There's a counterpart worth being called one, by the way, that seems to be coming in your energy. You require that death, though, and the Tower energy. Bring it down, bring it down. The chair empty, someone's living your life. Even your ideal of how a counterpart should look, and you should accept valid criticism. I know you're already triggered right now. That's something else that could have played against you. Oh, okay. So in your search for truth, you may have overlooked the fact that someone was disrespecting you. So maybe they're right, maybe, right? Having you self-doubt and, no, stop it. They're actually offending you. They're breaking you down. They're tearing you down. They're confusing you. This is free, unrequited criticism with no purpose or reason other than to confuse, break you, and much like throwing sand in someone's face so that you can steal from them. Or entrap them in some way. Smoke, sand, whatever it is. Snake poison. Doesn't matter. Under the guises of being there. Oh yeah, let's talk. Under the guises of listen. Did you not notice the cruelty as it insinuated itself in a phrase, or the lack of empathy, a lack of care, of human understanding, and so on? The cues were all there. Right? A wolf will be a wolf. And in this case, this is what I'm saying. It's not criticism. We've all done it. Some of us barely came out of it alive. If alive is what we would call ourselves right now. But have you ever heard of Munchausen? Is this the ultimate spell that's been overtaking at least a part of the feminines? And I'm speaking about the light feminines. Not the dark ones. Those are the predators. Doing something risky or taking a chance. There you are. Are you going to still do it? Have you overestimated your own powers? Because again, they're masters of deceiving. Maybe you thought you could tame them. Maybe it was never about them, was it? Again, this was for you, ultimately. Financial pinch. You always find the ones with the potential, right? That could never provide, never cared, never... If anything, they may even take advantage. Yep. You may have chosen them based on potential, but guess what? So do they. So do they. The enemy tends to know you better than you know yourself. Remember that. So always be ever watchful of what arises within you when it comes to desires. Compare it against needs, but most importantly, keep your fears in check. May all be healed, sealed, guided and protected on your path. Be bold and strong, for you are the creator of your own destiny. Look within, you will find everything you need there. Burst forth from your cocoon and fly. The sky is the limit if you follow your heart and your own inner guidance. Your own inner guidance. Your own inner guidance. Listen to what others say, but do not blindly follow their advice. That criticism that you may have received, it's not true. Stop it. God knows your heart. You know your heart now. Act from it, never betray it again, and he shall never betray you. Shalom.